Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. This episode is to be studying a piece by the established multidisciplinary artist known as Proxima Centauri B. And in this episode, we'll be looking at the format of the still life, as well as some influences from early retro gaming culture. So let's jump right into it. So whenever you first see this work, we're met with a pretty calm composition here. We see a kind of singular gaming console next to a series of blooming flowers here. It is no doubt a very tranquil and calm introduction to this work. And so you'll notice, of course, the placement in space is quite unique. Of course, it is all set in center, so everything is going to draw the eye towards the center, certainly elevating their visual impact. What you may also notice is how this is reminiscent of a still life, primarily a Dutch still life. I actually have one real quick. I'm going to bring that in real quick, see what we can learn. And so the tradition of creating still lifes goes as far back as Egypt, maybe even further than that. But it really, kind of what we see today as a still life, really came around the Dutch around the 1600s to the 1800s. And there's so many different reasons for this, one of which being the blossoming and early maturations of a middle class. And so, of course, if you can afford a piece of art like this, you can use it to decorate. We absolutely love to see that as well. So what they would do, of course, is assemble various things everywhere from fruit to flowers, even insects like you see in the composition here, and then paint them. There's so many different advantages. You can really kind of fine-tune your composition, if you will, and create exactly what you want to see. It is also a great way to practice as an early emerging artist as well. And of course, oil paintings were the primary medium that was used to create that. And of course, it is a very calm and beautiful piece as well. So that's what I found reminiscent here. And we certainly see that, right? A simple, gaming console next to some flowers, and of course, beautifully arranged in that composition as well. Absolutely stunning. And so when looking at this work, another thing you're going to notice is the impact of texture. We see a unique contrast between the kind of rigid body of our gaming console versus the much more delicate flowers there. Of course, both of which immerse us so well within the composition. It feels like as if we're standing right there ourselves. And another thing you may notice is the impact of color here. Of course, we have the main base is going to be a blue here, but we also have this kind of accent of a reddish orange. And so that's going to be 2/3 of a tetradic color scheme, almost a complementary color scheme. So the use of this orange is really going to frame the composition in center here. There is no doubt about that. And so the Game Boy is such a historic gaming console, right? It first came out in 1989 and of course defined the 90s in so many different ways. When we talk about gaming consoles, one of the first ones they go back to is going to be the Game Boy, and there's so many different reasons for that, right? And so it becomes a very iconic symbol of early gaming culture and, of course, retro gaming more broadly. So it's absolutely stunning. And in talking to the original artist, the artist was talking about the influence of the Game Boy and, the nostalgia that you feel from that, right? And even the smell of the Game Boy is as vivid as if you're smelling a flower as well. So there's no doubt that things like smells can bring us right back to a sense of nostalgia and a sense of early childhood as well. And in many of Proxima Centauri B's works, she works with this unique juxtaposition of technology and nature. We see yet another example of that here. Even the nature of, technological advancement, it almost advances so fast, kind of like a wilted flower. You look at the beauty of one model of technology and before you know it, it's already moved on to the next. So pretty unique metaphor you may draw there. And I think that's absolutely stunning as well. And with this in mind, how will y'all revive the lost artifacts of your past? There's so many different things that nostalgia really points to, and the ability to revive that is just so important as well. And so there are some additional pieces that Proxima Centauri works with, some similar still lifes to the work here. I'm going to bring those in and see what we can learn. Alright, so brought in two works here. Both are quite reminiscent of a still life. You see, simple objects and of course decorative things like flowers all around that. In all three instances, it feels rather calm. And of course, in two instances here, at the very least, we have early technology. And then in all three instances, you have some sense of nostalgia from early culture as well, such as the Rubik's Cube, of course, a very iconic symbol there. And of course, in all three instances, you see the presence of flowers and influences of the natural themes as well. So in all three instances, it's just so calm, very calm compositions, and of course, a stunning example of the still life in three different ways. And before we head out here, I just want to make a quick note. I was looking at the flowers and trying to track these down. Whenever I first wrote about this piece, I really couldn't, but The other day I was at the store and I saw hydrangeas, and these seem most reminiscent of what I see here, although I'm not 100% on that. So if y'all know what flowers these might be, give us a comment below. Let us know what you think these are. But of course, very stunning flowers at that. There is no doubt about that. So yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. There's no doubt this is a stunning and very calm and beautiful composition. We see even the influences of the vaporwave aesthetic here. Of course, the vaporwave aesthetic almost always works with a sense of luxury, but also a sense of early technology as well. And of course, nostalgic themes in turn as well. So we even see that within the composition here. So this work is an AI generative artwork, so was created in Midjourney version 4, as well as some custom in-painting from a unique model of Stable Diffusion. So really hope y'all enjoyed today. A very unique piece, a very luxurious and very calm piece as well. I absolutely love to study it, and I hope y'all enjoyed as well. If y'all enjoyed today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist Proxima Centauri B, doing some amazing stuff in the world of AI generative artwork, as well as, mixed media AI art as well. So I really hope y'all enjoyed today. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.